today's video, I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite tips for getting your lawn ready in the early spring. Now, like many of you, your lawn is probably not looking very good right now, and mine is definitely taking a beating. We got a ton of snow this winter, and you can see that the lawn is dead, super compacted, and there is junk all over it. And you might be thinking, just grab a bag of fertilizer and put that stuff down and everything will be fine, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. You want to begin by getting rid of all of this trash on top. You also can see that I've got a ton of stuff that's kind of glued together, and the other benefit of working in the early spring is you're generally not going to be dealing with any type of weeds. It's just too soon. Instead, what I always focus on in the early spring is the surface of the grass itself, because think about it, any chemicals, fertilizers that you put down will not be able to get to the roots if all of that garbage is sitting on top. Now, in the old days, the way to solve that problem would be just to use a regular garden rake, and if you've got a smaller lawn, that is still completely fine to do, but if you've got a larger space, I'd highly recommend getting a machine like this. This is called an electric dethatcher. Now, this one is made by Greenworks, and you've seen this same machine in many of my videos because it's cheap and it does a great job. Powering this thing is simple. You just plug it into a standard electric outlet. But here I'm going to do something different because at my new house, I've got about 1.5 acres of grass, and trying to run a cord all that distance is definitely not going to be easy. So here I'm going to be powering this thing with the Zendor Super Base Pro that should put out enough power to run this thing to get the entire job done. Now, if you took my advice last year, you probably mowed your lawn really short at the end of the season. As you can see here, mine is only about 2 inches tall, but if yours is 3 inches or more, you're going to want to give it a quick mow before you dethatch just to reduce the height, and that will allow the machine to work a lot easier. Now, this dethatching machine is inexpensive. It sells for about $100, and this is my 3rd year of using it, so I can definitely say this one is durable. It just plugs into an extension cord, and then you can plug it into an electrical outlet. Now, as I said, I'm going to use my power station. Now, on the machine itself, they actually gave you a kind of cord holder, but somehow I lost it. So I'm just using these nylon ties to keep this thing from pulling out. Now, using this machine is super easy. You just squeeze the safety handle, and it kind of pulls you along. But why should you even dethatch your lawn? Isn't all that junk on top going to decompose and give you free fertilizer? That stuff is not going to break down fast enough for your lawn to use it. When you use an electric dethatcher, it's kind of like combing your lawn. All of that stuff that's in the way will now be brought up to the surface. Now, many people ask me, why doesn't this machine have a bagger on the back, or they've seen a model that does. Now, I have no connection to Greenworks, so get whatever machine you want, but here's the problem with any machine that's got a bag. The bag will fill up so quickly, you will not even be able to make about 10 feet before you've got to stop and empty it out. I find it's much more efficient to just run the machine back and forth on your lawn, kind of like a vacuum cleaner, and then mow everything up when you're done. You can already see the difference. All of that stuff has reached the surface, and look at the volume of material. And there's another great benefit. All of that compacted junk on top is also getting kind of scraped and broken up. When we look underneath the machine, you can see exactly what is getting the job done. Now, it doesn't look very high-tech, but it doesn't need to be. These are called spring tines, and they get that name because they are essentially a piece of spring with a wire sticking out the end. It spins at high speeds, and it rakes the grass along. It does not damage the healthy grass. Now, how often should you dethatch your lawn? Now, I would recommend doing it every other year if your lawn is really healthy. If you're trying to improve your lawn or it looks pretty bad, you might want to start off dethatching it every year. And if you've been following my channel, you know that this lawn was a total disaster last year, and unfortunately I didn't have enough time to dethatch, so this is likely the first time this thing has ever been done in probably at least 10 years. Trees are wonderful to have in your landscaping, but unfortunately there is a price. They drop all kinds of debris into your grass, and that stuff is going to build up really quick underneath. The dethatcher is going to bring up those spinners, twigs, and all sorts of junk that would normally kill off that grass underneath. Remember too, dethatching is not mowing your lawn. It's not the same. You can go ahead and split this into different days. Another important tip is you want to only use the machine going forward. If you need to back up, you'll want to tilt it. If you try to go in reverse, it's really going to tear up the grass, and it kind of creates piles that'll be more difficult to pick up later. I've also gotten a lot of comments that this is just too small of a machine for big spaces. Well, I think you'll see here, I am using this to do my entire lawn. This little machine can do a lot, and it is so much easier than hand raking your lawn. Dethatching about 1 acre of lawn here took me just over 2 hours. Now, it wasn't really hard to do, but as you can see when you're finished, the lawn doesn't look good at all. In fact, you might think you've ruined it, but nothing could be further from the truth. All of that stuff that was under the blades of grass is just now on top, and we've got to get rid of it. So you want to grab your lawnmower, and you definitely need to use a bag. We've got to get that stuff out of there. But you also need to mow your lawn correctly, and the first advice is to make sure that you're wearing some type of a respirator or a mask. But don't just mow your lawn in the regular way, you've got to lower the height of cut. We're actually going to set this thing to not 4, not 3, not 2, but 1 inch. Now you might be saying that's crazy that you're going to mow the lawn that low. The reason you're doing that is you want the deck of the mower as close to the surface of the lawn. Remember, this is early spring. Your lawn has plenty of time to grow and recover, and by mowing it this short, you're going to suck up as much junk as possible, but you're also going to be cutting the grass super low. That means the top of the grass blades that might be dead, damaged, or diseased will all be cut and cleanly removed from the lawn. Now, when you do this for the first time, you might have a ton of debris, and you're going to have to empty those bags a lot. This is the worst part of this job, and you might regret it at some points until you see the final results. There's almost no green grass in there at all because this is the stuff that doesn't belong. And if you don't have a space to dump this stuff and you have to get rid of it, that is totally fine, but a better option is to try to compost the material and you can use it elsewhere. Now when you're done, you might think your lawn actually looks worse, and in some ways it does. Many of those dead grass blades that were lying flat on the ground are now pointed upward. They have a chance to decompose, the sun will get at them and help break them down. The other secret of mowing your lawn at just 1 inch is that you'll no longer see them in just about a week. As that good grass around it grows, they will be hidden underneath the grass canopy. Now with the hardest part of the job done, you're really on easy street. You've just got to water your lawn. You can use your DIY sprinkler that you might have built from one of my past videos, or if you've got built-in irrigation, run it for at least 15 minutes a zone. Right after the watering, your lawn is going to look like this, much better. You won't have that debris anymore, and now we're ready to give it a feeding. So for this, I'm just going to use a basic fertilizer. Here I'm going to use a good quality product by the Andersons. This has plenty of nitrogen. It's a balanced fertilizer that will help get this thing started in the early spring. All I've got to do is match the settings on my spreader to the bag and just spread it evenly across your lawn. But the best part now is that lawn is not going to have anything in it to prevent that fertilizer getting completely to the roots. Now, any weeds that may pop up in the coming weeks, I'll deal with later. Dethatching your lawn is the single best thing you can do for it in the early spring. Anything that gets in the way of your lawn absorbing water and nutrients is always going to cost you money and a really good looking lawn. I don't know of a better way to get your lawn started in the early spring that will give you benefits for years to come. And if you're interested in portable power, stick around for a minute and I can share some details about this Zendor power station. Now, it passed my torture test of dethatching my entire lawn on just a single charge. Now, the Zendor Super Base Pro has a couple of different versions, one with a larger battery to give you more runtime, but most people buy these things to use for backup power, whether they're camping or they want to have clean power anywhere they go. This thing plugs into a regular 120 volt outlet. You can also charge it up via solar panels, and I did confirm it's putting out pure sine power. And in addition to the 6 AC outlets built in, you've got a car cigarette adapter along with multiple USB ports, and it even has an app. You can monitor this thing while you're using power, charging it up, and I love the fact it's actually got 2 handles, one for carrying it around along with the built-in trolley that you can fold up when it's not in use. And you might not buy one of these to dethatch your lawn, but it's certainly good for portable power anywhere you need it in a really compact package. And I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and comment below if you've got any other ideas about taking care of your lawn, or if you're interested in portable power and you've got some other thoughts to share.